Thank you, Alice, and welcome everybody. We're so glad that you're here. So I'm just going to spend a few minutes, I will try to be brief and try to stay on time, talking about some of the programs we have at the Office of Rare Diseases Research. So this is just a brief update. I won't go through everything. So here is the ORDR team. Everybody's here today. We hope that you will come find us, introduce yourselves, and up in the top right-hand corner is Mira Shah, who's sitting right here, who is our newest member. But please come introduce yourself. We would love to talk to you. Our mission in Office of Rare Diseases Research, everything we do, we're trying to accelerate rare diseases research to benefit patients. We do this, we facilitate coordination, multiple stakeholders in the rare disease community, including the scientists, clinicians, patients, patient groups, and anyone with an interest in rare diseases. So there are 7,000 rare diseases. We're interested in all of them and all 30 million patients here in the United States. So this is a list of our programs. They just very generally split into knowledge and data on one side and research and collaboration on the other. And I'm not going to mention all of them, although many of these programs will be highlighted during the day. Let me just touch on three of our programs here that may be of particular interest to you. So the first one I'm going to start with is the Garde Cluster. So what is GARD? GARD stands for the Genetic and Rare Diseases Information Center. It's an online information resource that has been around since 2002. And we currently have more than 6,500 rare disease information pages up on the website. Last month we had about 1.5 million users. I'm happy to say this is increasing, and we think it's because of all the advances and awareness about rare diseases and advances in science. And we also have a service for individual inquiries, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a minute. And we get about 1,000 inquiries a month. So here's the website here, but the easiest way to get to us is the search term NIH GARD. I tried it yesterday. It worked. So this is, if you type in NIH GARD and you come to the web page, this is the landing page that you'll see. So you'll notice there's a phone number at the top. You can call us. You can submit inquiries online. And there's a box in the middle there where you can search for a specific disease or find other resources, patient guides, information on certain programs. More commonly, people get to us, they will Google or browse their disease name that they're trying to find more information on. So this is a page on Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and most of the pages look very similar like this. There's a summary, there's symptoms, causes, there's information, and how to get in touch with resources as well. So please take a visit to GARD and just check it out. There are a lot of resources there for you. A cousin of GARD, part of the Garde Cluster, is something new. This is the NCATS toolkit for patient-focused drug development. We call it the toolkit. This was launched in 2017, so it's relatively new, and it's a living website. We continue to update it and put new materials there. But this is also an online resource that includes comprehensive tools to help you establish your research program and also to find specific tools for drug development and other things within a research program. And so it contains a lot of links to essential tools across the drug development and research spectrum. And these are links out mainly to patient organization groups who have already worked in this space and have advice they'd like to share with you. So our goal here is to engage patients as essential partners in research and development. So again, I hope you'll take a visit there. This is the landing page for Toolkit, and it's organized into 4 topic areas: discovery, preparing for clinical trials and FDA review, and after FDA approval. There is also a Getting Started tab. Again, put the link at the bottom. You can also search under NIH GARD Toolkit. If you search under NIH Toolkit, you'll get all kinds of crazy things, so make sure to put the GARD in there. So I'll just very briefly show you one of the buttons. This is the Getting Started tab. So if you click on that, it'll take you to this page, which has a number of resources in it for learning about therapy development and also about building relationships, which are critical first pieces. So let's just take a look at the how do I begin. There are a number of things here, mostly to how to organize, form a nonprofit, and let's just take a closer look at that. And this one in particular happens to take you to the Nord page. There are other resources there. So again, these are all things people have done before. Should save you a lot of time, a lot of energy. So please take a look if you're looking for anything to further your research program. And then finally, the other Garde sibling is the Rare Diseases Registry program, which is abbreviated RADAR. If you're in the government, everything has to have an acronym. So, and what this is we're aiming to define best practices for building patient registries. So again, we're trying to help you get started, trying to give you advice and how to adopt standards to support high quality registries. And all of this new content, RADAR's been up for a little while, sort of in an abbreviated state, but we launched new content yesterday. So this is what it looks like if you come to the page. And again, there's a link at the bottom, and if you search NIH RADAR, it will take you right there. And very importantly, we are asking all of you, can you please help us improve our resources? So in room C, I think, room D. Yes, I even have it up here. There, we have Garde staff there. They have laptops and touchpads, and we want you to come by and try these out. There's a 15-minute usability study for each of these tools for Garde, RADAR, and Toolkit, and we would be very interested in your feedback. So please try to take a circle around there at some point during the day. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the NCATS Scientific Conferences program. These are conference grants, also known in NIH parlance as R13s. And this is where NCATS provides small grants for conferences, scientific meetings, and workshops. And these are usually co-funds with other organizations, such as other NIH institutes. So our areas of interest at NCATS are either translational sciences, as the name implies. These are things with innovation or cross-cutting science, for example, but also rare diseases. And we often co-fund with other institutes or partners. And I've listed just a few of them from last year. So big diversity, all kinds of things going on. The ones in bold type are the ones where NCATS was the primary or the leader on this one, and the other ones we co-funded with other organizations. So if you would like to learn more about the program, you're planning a meeting, warning, you need a lot of lead time here, so check the dates carefully. But here is the conference page. So again, you can search under NCATS conference grants. But actually, almost all the institutes at NIH have them, so you can also search under NIH conference grants. And these are things that patient groups have taken advantage of. So again, I urge you to take a look here if you're planning a meeting or trying to organize. And finally, I'd just like to touch on our newest interest. This is PAVE-GT. GT stands for gene therapy, which is, as you know, a hot topic right now. And go back to last summer, 2018. We held a meeting that we co-sponsored with FDA Center for Biologics. It was called The Growing Promise of Gene Therapy. It was a 2-day meeting. And we just got a real outpouring of interest. So we will be holding other events, so watch this space. But one I'd just like to very briefly mention is a concept. It's currently a concept that was developed by P.J. Brooks in the Office of ORDR, who's sitting right here with a zebra vest. PAVE-GT stands for Platform Vector Gene Therapy Program. So again, another acronym. And what we're trying to do is pave the way for gene therapy and trying to form a platform. A platform is defined, it's been used mostly in the cancer space, and we're borrowing from them, but as durable infrastructure that exists that you can support testing for multiple genes, therapies, and multiple diseases. So again, we have 7,000 diseases. We're trying to accelerate. Can we look at products and diseases collectively, or as PJ said, to try to cluster these to make fewer diseases. So we're trying to move forward more rapidly. So just very briefly, so this is a schematic of a platform. At the bottom, you start at the bottom and you move your way up. So it's, can we collectively manufacture? Can we borrow processes? Can we pool resources? We're trying to develop efficiencies, lower cost, decrease the amount of time. And then when you get to the clinical trial phase, things like umbrella trials. You may have heard of baskets, also umbrellas, platforms. These are ways to try to collectively study diseases and products to try to move faster. So this is just one schematic. You have a disease area, for example, disease area that has a lot in common. Genetic testing breaks patients into groups, and can they be treated under the same protocol, same investigator, same site, same endpoints to try to move things along faster. So these are just some of the ideas that are out there. This is a hypothesis. It's being tested, and again, we will publish more as we know more. So those were just the things I wanted to touch on. Here's our contact information. Please feel free to get in touch with us anytime. And that is what I want to say about the ORDR programs. But